Good afternoon. I think my little spiel's actually around 4 minutes or 3.5 minutes. So.
Go fast.
Okay, the title is Who Runs This City Anyway? And in recent years, participating in the city council process, we've learned that the system is inherently stacked against the people. Lobbyists in their pinstripe suits are getting paid six figures to knock on the doors of our elected representatives and to encourage them to buy into their latest big money project. Also, bureaucrats, both local and federal, as you've seen, are detrimental in their bent on expanding the scope of government intervention in our lives, and they're getting paid to do it as well. Meanwhile, we, the people, are struggling to make ends meet in an economy gone more and more awry. We barely have the time to pay our bills, the money to pay our bills, let alone the time to come up here and affect public policy. So unfortunately, it's very difficult for the people to actually do their diligence in promoting public policy. But on the blood draw issue, starting in 08, we managed to do our due diligence. We caught wind of the program early on in July of 08. We came across a KXAN article in which Chief Acevedo stated, and I quote, "My intent in the future is to make it so there's no such thing as a refusal. We will aggressively pursue search warrants." Now, not only does this fly in the face of Section 724.013 of the Transportation Code, which states a specimen may not be taken if a person refuses to submit to the taking of the specimen, but bear in mind at this point in history, Acevedo was also hoping that it would be police officers themselves that would actually be taking this blood. So we acted fast. We organized Halloween protests. We dressed up like vampire cops and promoted some proactive solutions. One of them is called Square Patrol, which I'll discuss later. We also got together with a couple of lawyers, and in classic Texans for Accountable Government transpartisan fashion, we invited a representative from the left of the political spectrum, Jim Harrington of the Texas Public Policy Center, and also one of the right from the political spectrum, a gentleman by the name of Michael Miller of the Republican Liberty Caucus. And we worked with them to draw up a resolution that would both stop the no refusal weekends and also prevent Austin police officers from ever being trained to do blood withdrawals. Now, we managed to surprisingly get the support of just about every single political group in the city: the Travis County Democratic Party, Republican Party, Libertarian Party, Green Party, ACLU, NAACP, and LULAC as well, among others. So we truly found an issue that the community can unite, blurring political lines and political boundaries behind. So it's a common sense issue. The people of Austin do not want police officers doing blood withdrawals. Well, Councilman Spellman agreed to carry our resolution, and it ended up being a watered-down version that was absent the mandate to stop the no-refusal weekends, which is understandable. That was already the status quo at the time. Sometimes it's hard to reverse what's already happening. But the resolution did have a section in there that would have prevented police officers in Austin from ever being trained to do blood withdrawals. And again, bear in mind, just about every single political organization in the community agrees with that as well. Well, unfortunately, at the 11th hour, the Spellman resolution banning officer-administered blood withdrawals was substituted for one that was calling for what we have here today, which is the city manager's office to bring recommendations. The city attorney came up, in my opinion, with a bogus interpretation of a vague state law that basically said police officers shall use all lawful means in order to keep the peace. Well, he took that to mean, he interpreted that to mean that the police officers or the city of Austin could not prevent the police chief or the police officers from doing anything that is legal. So according to that, it would be illegal for Chief Acevedo himself to prevent police officers, say for example, to not ram cars when they're going over a certain speed limit, which I believe is some policy. So again, according to the city attorney, Chief Acevedo is violating the law whenever he prevents his officers from doing stuff that's not illegal according to state law. So the point I'm trying to get across, upsettingly, we worked our way through the system. We did it right. We got the endorsement and adoption of every single political organization in the city. But unfortunately, the bureaucracy defeated the will of the people in this instance. It's rather unfortunate. Now, we have a saying in Texans for Accountable Government that's community, not coercion. So coercive means they always take a backseat in efficacy to community solutions.
I'm sorry, excuse me, but in fairness to everybody else who respects the 3-minute limit, it really isn't appropriate to say, well, I have more to say, so I have a right to go on. It really isn't fair to everybody else, whether it's a council meeting or anyplace else. People do respect that 3-minute limit. I think that in respect of that, first speaker got time from the second speaker, and that's the fair way to do it. But to simply say, well, I'm special, I have more to say, I don't think that's really in keeping with the rules of citizen communication.
This was trying to fill the extra minute or two that was left after that second speaker. Chuck only took an extra one. But that's okay, I'll wrap it up.
We appreciate what you say, we appreciate your passion.
Sure.
We took 9 minutes. Have we used our 9 minutes up? Is 9 minutes
You'll see
exceed?
here too. I'll use the last of the 9 minutes up. So I'm just basically calling on the Public Safety Commission to stand with the people. It's obvious the Democratic Party, Republican Party, Libertarian Party, Green Party, NAACP, LULAC, ACLU are pushing for police officer administered blood withdrawals to never happen in Austin. The chief has said that they've already given us their word, but the chief Osvaldo may not be here in Austin anymore. So we hope that you'll stand with us in bringing that call back to the council. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Booth.